All right, welcome back. 9:30 is the time on a news where we've seen breaking news for you on this Monday. A shooting at the Grand Sierra Resort happened just about exactly 2 hours ago.
Yeah, our Reno's Jaden Zelms live there on the scene right now. Also behind us, Jaden, we have a live picture from one of our live cameras showing us Renown and also the GSR. You talked to Chief Catherine Nance about an hour ago. What are some of the details that you found out from her?
Hi, yes, Elizabeth. So some of that confirmed info we have is a shooting occurred outside of the GSR around 7:25. Officers were on scene and apprehended that suspect within 4 to 5 minutes. We do not know the amount of confirmed victims. It seems that there could be multiple gunshot wounds and other. Right now we're outside of the GSR and we are confined to this small area. We can't move past this officer car because they told us they're still finding evidence all around the parking lot as far as to the furthest west side of the parking lot. So it's clear that as they're gathering this evidence, more information will come in. Officer Nance also told us that she can't confirm the amount of suspects because there were people that actually were able to drive themselves to get medical treatment. So it's clear there is multiple victims affected by this shooting. The suspect is in custody, but he has not yet been identified as far as we know. Not sure what happened as far as the officer-involved shootings. Officers seemingly don't have gunshot wounds. They are being treated for minor injuries, but they're all doing okay.
And did Catherine Nance or any other of the investigators or responders give any information as to when they might hold another news briefing and let us know the latest?
Yeah, I just talked to someone. He didn't give me any information on that. I asked about the victims. He said confirmed there are multiple victims, but wouldn't give me a range. Jordan and I saw some bodies kind of down on the side of near the valet area when we arrived. So we also did see that there were multiple victims. They were, blocking off that area upon our arrival, as soon as 10 minutes after the shooting did occur at 7:25.
What's the scene there now that it's 2 hours later? And when we last joined you, Jaden, you had mentioned that they were asking you guys, you and Jordan, and I presume other reporters and photographers, to stand back because there were shell casings all over the parking lot. What's it like there now? Are you seeing any of the hotel guests trying to leave or anything like that?
So we were told that hotel guests and employees can enter and exit from the other side. This whole north side facing the highway is pretty blocked off. There's yellow tape kind of all around us. And kind of like I mentioned, we can't move past this officer car because they are finding, evidence kind of all throughout the parking lot. I'm not sure if the guests are told to stay in their rooms, but we were informed that all of the shooting did occur outside of the GSR in that main valet area. There's, a heavy officer presence. They're still trying to work out that active information as well.
And I know, Jaden, that you said that you're kind of confined to that space, but within the last 2 hours, you guys have kind of moved all around that area. Have you gotten any reactions, talked to any people that were coming in or out of the GSR, and kind of some of their reactions?
Yeah, when we initially pulled up in the car, we were kind of ushered to a certain area by the officers. There were some people, kind of looking like they were trying to head into the GSR with some luggage, not sure if they were starting their vacation or what was happening there. Obviously unaware of, the incident that occurred here. Currently now there's officers all around. There was just a group of people kind of huddled off into that median. They have now kind of dispersed. It looks like a lot of pedestrians kind of just looking for information. But besides that, we haven't really encountered anyone. There does seem to be some people walking now over here. Maybe we can ask them for some information. But yeah, it seems that it's just the press and the officers.
Yeah, and take your time. And if you see someone, feel free to grab them and talk to them about what they know at this point. But I'm struck by the fact that in just about 4 or 5 days from now, this very location is where a lot of the Hot August Nights events are going to happen. I mean, it was last year that they did a lot of the judging for the vehicles that come to town. So this is an interesting time of year because I'm sure a lot of the Hot August Nights folks are already starting to arrive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. This is going to be a crazy afternoon news-wise on figuring out what happened, what we do going forward from here as the GSR and as a community, I feel like, Chris. So.
Yeah, Chris and Elizabeth, and there seems to be like a group of 3 women kind of exiting right now. They are wearing GSR shirts, so they could be, people staying at the resort or even employees, but they're kind of just walking around the parking lot. So maybe we'll try to ask them some questions, but these are kind of the first people we've seen in this active scene, I would say.
Yeah, feel free, Jordan, our photographer, if you can hear us, to pan around and just kind of show us what we're seeing at this point. Again, you can see the active response. Those are the 3 that Jaden just mentioned, of course. Probably happy to go home and get out of there. We don't see incidents like this in Reno, thank goodness. Devin Reese, the city council member, mentioned we're not immune to this in a tweet that he put out earlier this morning. That gives us kind of a good vantage point of where you're standing there, just a little north of the main sign there along Interstate 580.
Well, and I'm sure she hasn't seen a lot of people either, just because they have that entire parking lot blocked off, it looks like, while they continue their investigation. I mean, we're just gonna have to gather more information, talk to those people, and see kind of what they know from the GSR. So.
Yeah. Jaden?
Yeah, we're trying to get as much information as we can. Like I said, we tried to move up to get some more footage, and they told us, you got to stay in this area because we're still finding stuff all around the parking lot. And this is a pretty large parking lot, so I think that's definitely interesting that there are evidence or even some bullet casings kind of scattered as far west in the back of the lot.
And that valet area going to be shut down for quite a while, Chief Catherine Nance was saying. Have they opened anything in that area, shut down other locations in and around you, or still just that big section of the west side of the GSR?
Yeah, when we got here, it wasn't actually fully yellow taped off. Kind of through this development, they've taped off that valet area, which seems to be where the initial crime occurred. But then also when we got here, got ushered to where we are now, our photographer Jordan, she did see somebody down in the back of the parking lot, which is now also blocked off. So this whole north side of the parking lot is completely blocked off. All I've seen come and go is officers, and then what looked to be some workers also exiting the property.
Okay, and I'm presuming at this point that all the shooting victims have been taken to the hospital by now, or 2 hours later. Are you still seeing any ambulances there?
Sorry, there's a scene occurring kind of
what's
over
happening?
Here on the side of the freeway. We're not really sure. This car just kind of pulled over. The officers told him to go, but no ambulance seems to be coming and going. Could have been just a person looking for some information. Not really sure about that, but that initial burst of ambulances is kind of what we saw, and now it's just heavy officer presence.
Was that someone, do you think, Jaden, I know your back was kind of turned to it, was that person in that dark pickup truck pulling off the 580 to just kind of look at the scene? And it looks like the officers are saying,
yeah, that's...
Dude, keep it moving. What are you going to do? Create a car crash now?
Yeah, I think that was, someone looking for or wanting to see the scene, and the officers, that's obviously a hazard to pull over on the side of the freeway, but...
Don't do that, because, and again, that highlights a really good point. Where you're standing right there, as you drive by, as you're going north on 580 right there, about to merge with 80 or continue up north on 395, you can see everything in that parking lot that's going on, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of looky-loos. That could be itself kind of a safety hazard for people driving north on 580. So just be informed of that and be aware of that, and don't be one of those people like that guy evidently in that pickup truck. Jordan and Jaden, you guys both did a great job racing to that scene for us this morning. Our next broadcast is going to be coming
Chris,
up
I'm
here
going to interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead.
It did kind of appear what looked like a group of officers kind of heading to that valet area. I would say maybe 7 to 12 of them, probably continuing that investigation and gathering that evidence.
Okay, very good. A lot of evidence to gather, and again, thank you for gathering the information for us, Jaden, and we will check back, and we'll certainly join you live on Fox 11 at noon.
Yep. Thank you so much, Jaden.